just running a... How do I keep doing this? Like, running late. I need better time management skills. Let's go. Oh, mirror's out. So as you can see, there has been just a tad bit of water. There's a bit of water. And it looks like everyone's gone back to school, so it's gonna be a little bit more busier than normal on the road, I feel. But if I left when I was meant to, I would not be having this problem. So it is on me. I feel like my helmet's getting loose. And this is one of the sides where, so I don't actually like, I ride every day on a course, but if I don't have to wear my waterproof pants, my weather gear pants, I try not to because I just don't like them. And I don't know why I don't like them. I just don't like wearing them. I think it's just because it's more of a hassle putting them on than anything and taking them off. Oh, no, it's itchy. So you either have to risk it. So another like this where the weather is very unpredictable, and if you live in a town where one side might be raining and one side might be not, you're just going to have to, again, take on board the consequences of your actions. If you get my drift, you know? Like, if I come down that long straight up here on Longburns Road, here's Longburns Road. I could have gone. Ooh, he's cutting up a bit close. Look at these taking the truck that's slow. But so sometimes what happens is that we find here, come down Longburn Road, and it is spewing with rain. But if I look over there and try to get a, don't worry, you'll start understanding what to look for over time. Cloud movements, wind, temperature smells, all that stuff. Once you've done it a few times, you start picking up one or two things. Nah, it looks pretty good. Can't see past those tree lines though. What I'm looking for is a dark spills or a hazy mist feel, like a fog type of thing, but it's more of a hazy look in the distance to see if it's raining over there. And that's a good indication. Not that it matters, like I'm already on the bike wearing my uniform, so not exactly, you know, this year comes into the other side of riding in predictable weather, right? It's like, you gotta make a call. Do you stop and put your weather gears on if you get in there, or do you keep going? Because I guarantee you, once you're wet, you're wet. There's no way around it. All you're trying to do is stop you getting wet anymore. But then it comes into what's happened to me, which was I stopped, got my weather gears on, I was dripping wet, started riding, and in 30 minutes, it was sunshine again, and my weather gears was dry, but my pants were not. They were underneath it. So I was like, damn it, if I just carried on riding through it, I would have been dried by the end of the ride. But now I've got to sit here, have a beer, and wear clothing. Awesome. Awesome. So to be honest with you, and I know a lot of you are going to like this, I can handle wet pants, wet t-shirts, wet jacket, all this. I think wet socks and wet gloves are the worst, especially in winter. You know why? It is freezing, and you cannot grip. Like it's, oh, that was a few stones. Now, I don't know what to do here, because this car's going straight. You're going straight. Come on. I just got sprayed by a truck with some stones and it hit me on my shins, knees, face. So luckily I was wearing the full face, but I mean it's happened to me before wearing my cap helmet, so I'm not, you know, it is what it is. It just cuts you. But yeah, that's one thing. You'll get stronger shins. I can guarantee you that much running a bike. Amount of things that hit your shins. But yeah, no, I really cannot stand having cold gloves, getting cold, and wet socks, wet shoes, and wet gloves. Wet gloves are the top worst one. Mainly because when you run in winter, you'll feel it, and you will. If you experience a harsh winter, you will know what I'm talking about. You can barely pull in the clutch or the brake. Your hands are that cold, and that's why I like Harleys, especially the ones that are air cooled, because I can put my hand near the heater, like near the engine, and warm up my hands. It is so good. I learned it from my mate, and I'd literally sit there once when my partner lived in Hastings. I used to travel. I used to leave at like 5 o'clock in the morning, in the deep of like a frost. So it was like -2 degrees, and I would have had wet. So sometimes I was running back with wet gloves and stuff because I just didn't have enough time to dry them. The things you do for love, right, guys? The things we do. But yeah. So then I carried on. Really, I used to stop maybe 2 towns over, and there was this lovely person who used to run this coffee shop, and I used to sit there. She used to make me a coffee, and I used to try and warm up my hands, and then she would double it because the hotness of the thing my hands would be too sensitive, so I couldn't just grab a coffee. But I'll just sit there warming up my hands, trying to get some life back into them, so I could start another trip. And I would have to stop maybe every 30 to 1 hour because my hands would be that frozen. I couldn't even bring it in. That is until I got more closer to this side, so more in from the coast. Once I kind of got in, like maybe an hour from Hastings, so this would be roughly around 6. Fine, my hands would be fine. It's just that massive difference in temperature. Riding that wind chill, because these are not, you know, very protective at all. You know, they protect me from the elements. That's about it, but not with the weather. You know, they get my hands. They take a bit of the wind factor. But I do need to invest in some better gloves. I'm going to tell my partner that we should probably look at some heated ones for her because she experienced it. And she was like, "This is painful." And I said, "Yep." Yes, it is. It is extremely painful riding when your hands are just frozen. Even trying to move your legs, like your feet sometimes, when they're frozen, like it just feels like pins and needles, and it's just even your hands feel like they're like swollen, but they're not. It's a real interesting feeling. You will experience this, and you have to experience it. Just so then you know what to do when it happens. Like I always say, it's better to practice something and never need it than never deal with anything and need it. And to be honest with you, you will end up dealing with most of the stuff if you ride. Like, especially here in New Zealand, you cannot escape rain, frosts. Not if you're serious about biking. Like yeah, you can wait for the perfect conditions, but then like then I guess it's more of a hobby, I guess you could say. Like, yeah, fair enough, it's a hobby then. But if you're making and biking like a lifestyle, like, and I think you kind of have to, because even though bikes are cheaper, it's still very expensive out there, and I don't think most people can have it as a hobby. It has to become kind of like an excessive hobby or a lifestyle where you just constantly wanted to be on that bike. And to be honest with you, I don't understand anyone that doesn't want to be on the bike, you know. Well, didn't expect, wasn't too sure what we were going to talk about, but I guess this one here, the segment, kind of went into tips and just some common knowledge for you. So that was pretty cool. Oh, 8:46. I will not be looking at that time, and I've got about 14 minutes to get to work. Luckily, I'm on a bike. No, not really. It wouldn't make much difference. It's that busy right now. Like I said before, here in most of these towns and stuff, people like to gravitate more to the white lines in the centre of the road, then farther away from the road, and you'll see it. So it's real hard to sometimes lane split. One thing I don't know, and I have heard a rumour, I just never bothered looking into it. I know we can use sometimes the bus lane. I think I heard that in Auckland and stuff like that in Wellington. But the bus lane. But the cycling lane, I wonder if we can use that. Because I've had two people, one person say yes and one person say no, of course not, it's for bikes. But my comment was, we're on a bike. I said, no, not with the engine. But then my other one is, why not? Because there is electric bikes and they have engines in them. So what is classed as a bike? So I have a funny feeling my mate might be right, who said we can use that lane. I might even do my own work, and maybe I'll bring it up next time. Like I always say, I don't know everything. I know a lot. And I learned a lot. I had to. But I don't know everything. Anyway, I better cut this because I'm almost at work. And it's coming a bit close, so see what happens. But anyway, if you guys out riding, I hope you all keep it safe. If you're out riding, stay upright. Keep on riding those twos. And have a good day if you're heading to work. A funny feeling, it looks like the weather might clear out this afternoon, so we might be fine today. Yeah, but there is some coming in from that side there, so that should be interesting. Anyway, have a lovely day, guys, and I'll catch you later. Peace.